Okay, the Virtua Fighter 10th anniversary. We're gonna go with the wrestling karaoke singer. I did not know that karaoke thing before tonight. I also didn't know he was 5'11". I thought he was taller than that, but I guess maybe he's tall compared to, well, like how tall is Akira? Akira's 5', so... Alright, so let's wait until we see Akira and see if they actually measure up to the same height. Anyway, I guess he's 5'11", same height as Akira. And he's a pro wrestler. There are 2 of these low-poly Virtua Fighter 1 style character models per character, and you'll notice this is all the characters from Virtua Fighter 4 Evolution. And it also uses their Virtua Fighter 4 Evolution animations for the most part, but you get to play as these crazy low polygon versions. Wolf is a grappler character. I'm not typically good with grapplers. I'm not typically very good at Virtua Fighter particularly. So we'll see how this goes. I'm playing on hard difficulty, but the first 3 stages are always pretty easy. I'm actually pretty shocked that Jackie decided to hit me. The unfortunate thing about this is that the character order is fixed, so you only need Jackie in stage 1 here, and he doesn't really put up any kind of fight. So if you're hoping to have fun matches against Jackie in Virtua Fighter 10th anniversary against the CPU, you're not gonna get it.
I'm gonna throw you again.
That was all pretty weird. I don't think that wing animation was in Virtua Fighter 4 Vanilla. This is Virtua Fighter 10th anniversary. It's supposed to be played by Virtua Fighter 1 rules, so you notice the big moon hops. You can't sidestep or evade. You can only go forward and backward. Oh, good one, Jeffrey. Oh, he falls fast, so it's hard to combo him. Hard to juggle him. He's a big, heavy dude. Sometimes you just gotta howl, I guess. I don't know. I don't do that. I have a neighbor, one of my neighbors does that. It's pretty obnoxious, so I guess you don't really want to live next to Wolf, maybe. A problem I had playing Wolf, actually a huge problem I had playing Wolf in Virtua Fighter 4, Kumite mode, was that the AI was not playing him normally. Like, normally the AI in Virtua Fighter 4 is pretty fun and, you know, believable to play against, but they were, against Wolf, they play very differently. They don't block. Oh wow, that's a new twist. They don't block if they're in his throw range, or if they could be in his throw. It's a little complicated. But basically, they don't block. They'll do anything else. They'll, like, evade or duck or whatever, but they don't want to block because I guess they're programmed not to block, so it's harder to throw them. And if you do try a throw, they will just read your input and usually immediately counterattack you with a faster attack, like a jab. So it's very frustrating because they're just reading inputs to stuff your throws, and but then they don't really fight normally if you don't do throws. So it's just this bizarre, it just feels very, very weird and artificial. Kind of sad, but so far they are blocking. So what I should try to do here is convert a blocked... If he blocks me, I should go for a throw. Oh, see, that was not it. Oh, too slow. There's gotta be... Like, can I just jab a dude? So he was running away from me.
Ready? Go!
I can't tell. I think he won that round. I can't see the clock or the win. Oh, he's just messing with me now. Every time I go for a throw, he's doing some kind of nonsense. I don't know, this feels a little input greedy.
I didn't think.
Oh, I should have waited to see what that was. Oh well, I'll probably lose again.
I'll win the next fight.
Sure I will. I am recording this at 30 frames per second instead of 60 because at 60 frames a second there's a nasty 60 hertz flickering effect in the health bar. Well, I don't know why they added that to this game. It's not in the older Virtua Fighter games. And it's gross, so... I recorded 30 frames per second, so it just looks like a solid white or red. Well, this is interesting. If he's just going to sit there doing low attacks like that, I'm going to have to develop some new strategy, because I don't know what to do about that. Uh-oh. Forgot about the whole moon hop thing. I gotta throw it on him. Jeez. That's not the button I wanted. Well, he's moving too fast for me to throw, so I should probably give up on that. Now I want to see...
I'll win the next fight.
Well, let's hope.
Ready? Go!
The AI is at least acting a little more believably, but I do get the feeling that Kage was definitely reading my throw attempts.
Excellent.
And countering immediately or doing something immediately. I.e., faster than a human opponent could really react. Oh. The AI, on the other hand, did have... Actually, in Virtua Fighter 4 in general, AI has trouble with, and in this game, trouble with, like, double kick attacks like this. Holding back, kick, kick. I don't know why. Gotta throw it on him. Crunch. Okay, this is working much better, rather than just going for naked throws. Oh, so I have a t-shirt draped over the health meters, so I don't have to see that flashing on my end either, but that also means I can't see health or timer or how many wins each character has, so I don't know what's happening. Ouch. Now that happened in Virtua Fighter 4 as well. They'll block the third hit. And I think the reason they block the third one and not the first two is because on the third one they're out of throw range. That is the devious programming they're following against Wolf. Jab me out of my throws twice. Oh, didn't stop the throw there. I've been trying to do forward kick, which is a flying knee, but that has not been going well.
I'll win the next fight.
I keep skipping his lose animation.
Fight one. Ready?
Well, we'll probably lose again, as I said before. There's that knee, but I was way too far away, so she didn't bother. Ow, that probably hurt. Dang it. Probably could have comboed that. could have gone with that, but I didn't believe it was going to work. I can't get used to this.
Fight 2. Ready?
No, just the way they fight against Wolf is so weird. It still doesn't feel normal. She is blocking a little, so I should be able to get more throws in, I would think.
KO.
I mean, but why try to throw when big old kicks just... And they do pretty decent damage, at least they did in 4, and they seem to be doing alright here. Oh! Oh! Jeez. Now, they didn't have that second throw in 4.
KO.
Clunk. So I wonder if that does more damage. It was bizarre looking. This wolf stuff is so weird.
Fight 1. Ready? Go.
2 5-foot, what was it? 5'11"? Oh! Oh, that's fun. Whoa! I keep forgetting about the jump. Ooh. Oh, come on. Do it! Bonk!
Time's up.
No, he won. What the heck?
Fight 2.
I can just see the bottom of his win indicators. Oh, dang it. Oh, dang it. I have the secret weapon that he doesn't know about. Kicks. Yeah, just try to come in. He knows about the knee.
KO.
But doesn't know about the kicks. Kicks are mighty against this AI. I
Ready?
don't know why.
Go.
Oh. Oh. Oh, turn around. What? That is so irritating. Why wouldn't you turn around? Oh. Oh no. Ow. That is not cricket, sir. Oh, my babies. Oh, I skipped it again.
I'll win the next fight.
Just get too irritated. No, I'm gonna get him this time. Skip
Fight
him.
1. Ready? Go.
Oh, he does know about kicks. Oh, he's got that kick too. I don't know how to do that one. And that one. That one's not cool. Well, he's just doing everything.
KO.
Oh. This wolf is acting differently than the other.
Go.
Ugh. Oh, this is going poorly.
Excellent.
Okay, not gonna skip the end.
I didn't think I was gonna lose. I'll win the next fight.
Got kind of a weird voice. He's got a voice of like a smallish guy who's trying
Fight
to
1. Ready?
talk like a
Go.
bigger guy. One thing I'm not doing is down attacks. There we go. That should help. Dang it. Oh, so that goes right through block?
KO. Fight 2.
I don't know most of Wolf's moves. I don't know what I'm doing. Still not doing down attacks. Fortunately, the AI does not seem too interested in doing down attacks on me. Ah, I screwed up. So he was countering every throw attempt I tried.
Ready? Go!
What? Guess he blocked it. Jeez.
KO!
I'll win
Just
the
kind
next
of
fight.
goes ham, and
Fight one!
I'm not familiar enough with like the
Go!
how long I'm actually hit stunned for and all that kind of, and what my recovery is. So I don't know when I can attack basically, and when it's still his turn. So maybe I should just try to range him out with kicks
Fight two! Ready?
instead of trying to do the closer range stuff. Oh, jeez. I can't. I'm just flubbing the throw input, I think. Oh, don't do the knee. Knee.
KO!
Yeah. That's what the knee got me.
Fight three! Ready? Go!
What were you doing, sir? Oh, no, not the knee. Ah, the knee. The knee killed me. Oh, that was tricky. Can't. Like, notice how he ducked right when I went for a throw.
KO!
Okay, I avoided going for the knee at the last second, which worked out well. Wolf is so weird.
Fight one! Ready? Go!
Ah, you couldn't juggle me because I'm too heavy. Oh! Donk. Ugh.
KO!
Jeez.
Fight two! Ready? Go!
Ah, I should have done it. Down attacks have ridiculous range in this game. Ah! Oh, you gotta juggle in. See, he's just gonna jab me out of every throw attempt. It's so aggravating.
KO!
So, I mean, the lesson is I just can't go for
Fight three!
YOLO throw attempts, basically. I can only throw him if he's definitely in recovery or something, where he doesn't actually have a chance to do any counter move. Which means I just have to be patient, which is not something I'm exceedingly great at.
KO!
Maybe I can manage it for a few fights, though. Okay, this is Akira.
Fight one!
Oh, we are the same height. Oh, we gosh darn. I guess it's not really until Virtua Fighter 5 where... Or maybe 4. Maybe 3, I don't know. Anyway, not in VF1, where they make Wolf just look huge compared to the other characters. Ow. Oh, I hate that. Don't turn around or anything. No, I wouldn't turn around. Now, I bet... in VF4, I could not beat any Akira, no matter... I was playing Kumite mode. No matter how low rank they were,
Go!
I could not beat them, so this could be rough. Why didn't I just do a throw? I just wanted to throw. So he's just gonna... don't like this anti-wolf AI.
Time's up!
Oh, that was cool.
I'll win the next fight.
This anti-wolf AI is really aggravating.
Fight 1.
I mean, I guess, you know, I'm sure the AI does similar things against all characters, but why can't I just do a normal throw? But given that Wolf's thing is throws, it's really obvious. It becomes really obvious. Well, if you're just gonna... Okay, I guess I can't block that.
Fight 2. Ready? Go!
Another thing that's irritating in this game is that there's no animation if you miss a throw, or you know, if you push throw and it's just not, it just won't work because of the range or whatever. So it just looks like nothing happens, which is very confusing.
Ready?
That's
Go!
pretty irritating. Now on hard I have a lot of trouble against Dural. On normal, not much trouble. But on hard, geez, she is just like breakdancing.
Excellent.
Whoa, perfected her. Sweet. I finally did beat her just the last time I played. Who was I playing as?
Go!
Now I forget. Oh, Sarah. I beat her as Sarah Bryant. Which I think was the first time I beat her on hard. Ah! Oh. Nice. Ah, see, I was hitting throw as soon as she landed, but she just could go into her throw instantly. Anyway. But I beat her, so heck yeah. Just had to be patient and do counter throws. You don't actually have to win that fight because I didn't point it out in time, but in the lower right where it said the stage, it just says bonus stage for that round. So if you lose, you just come to this same sort of ending sequence. The background is showing the winning hit I got in each round, which I think is the same thing the end sequence does in the arcade mode of Virtua Fighter 4 Evolution, although I haven't actually played that, at least not in recent years, so I'm not sure. I think I saw a video of it, but now I don't remember. So that, I guess the character I really had trouble against was Wolf, or was there somebody before Wolf who I also had? I had a little trouble against Kage. I think there was somebody else, but now I forget. So I'm still not really having a blast with Wolf. I'm hoping that in Virtua Fighter 5 they come up with a more enjoyable AI routine to play against. Because the whole insta-reading my throw attempt thing is kind of annoying.
Game over.
It is a little better than in 4 Vanilla. In 4 Vanilla, they would read your throw inputs and counter instantly, but then they also just wouldn't block a lot of the time. They just refused to block, so you couldn't, force them to defend and then throw them when they were blocking. But then you could also just hit them a lot. It's so weird. So at least they're a little better in that respect. Oh, so I have to change to evolution route. do the weird, unfortunate cleavage height thing going on there, but you know, whatever. I mean, maybe it's just the way we're cruising tonight.
Fight one. Ready? Go!
Now this is stage 1, so I shouldn't be too worried about Akira actually laying into me.
Fight 2.
It's funny because this is Akira in this other outfit for some reason. I guess they just wanted to make him look a little different route. Oh, maybe I should get some skin-tight shorts that just have my name in big block letters on the butt.
Fight 1. Ready? Go!
That's a good way to market yourself. As long as you know, have some good glutes or whatever the heck that muscle is called now. Not that I have great glutes.
KO! Fight 2. Ready? Go!
In fact, I was told by a friend of mine who, in college, who was gay, that my ass was nothing to write home about. So, you know, I have that to live with for the rest of my life, I guess.
Fight 1. Ready? Go!
I suppose if I trained really hard, I could pump it up. Here's Shun, but he is on stage 3, which means he's
Excellent.
no good.
Fight 2.
I do like this stage,
Ready?
though.
Go!
Underlighting's pretty sweet. And it's really the only stage with anything other than just really boring ambient lighting. But it is, it was that way in the first Virtua Fighter as well, as far as I could tell from video. Interestingly, to me, the first Virtua Fighter... Why am I doing that now? Don't shove him. Ah, come on.
Time's up.
Well, there we go, dunk. The original Virtua Fighter also ran in 30 frames per second, like I'm forcing this one to record in 30 frames per second.
Ready? Go!
This one does actually run in 60 then. Oh no! Gonna out-grapple me, aren't you, Allie? Hey.
KO! Fight 2. Ready? Go!
Allie was one of the 2 new characters in Virtua Fighter 3. The other was Taka Arashi, the sumo wrestler, but he was not in Virtua Fighter 4 Evolution, so he was not in this game either. There's Mount Fuji.
KO!
Aw, Mount Fuji, you distracted me
3. Ready?
with your natural beauty. Oh, so kick doesn't work against her because she's got her counter high kick move. Well, work there. I just have to keep trying, I guess. Oh, good thing about Aoi. I never get Aoi.
KO!
It's just crazy. Crazy character design as far as her move set goes. It's not your typical
Ready?
Like, I mean, Wolf's is pretty straightforward. He's just I'm a grappler guy with big hits and big throws. She's got a lot of throws, but she's also got counter moves. She's got really fast hand speed. In 4 vanilla, she had a devastating kick attack. She's still got a little of it in 4 evolution, but not a whole lot. They really nerfed the heck out of her kick after 4, which is a shame. So I think I'm only going to play her in 4, more or less. Now you can see people like Snow Diabolos, a Japanese guy, on YouTube play her in 5 Final Showdown and just do amazing stuff with her, but it's really just subtle stuff. Like he'll just poke somebody out of their attack and then all of a sudden their whole game is disrupted and he gets in a cool combo or something. And it's just, I can't play that way. Oh, see, that was nuts. Okay, it's gonna work against Howie. I tried to do the knee, but she closes too fast with her crazy hand speed. Probably just have to be patient and do counter throws. I guess I do.
You again.
How about I'm gonna throw you a party?
Fight 1. Ready?
Oh, this could be
Go.
Well, come to think of it, I didn't have too much trouble with lay phase in 4. Oh, see, I should have got a back throw there. But I think I screwed up the input. There we go. Now, I have had lay phase glitch out on me when I tried to back throw them twice. And just something crazy happens, like my character will zip around the world and come into a throw from the other side of them. In this game specifically. So there's some kind of glitch sometimes when trying to throw Lei Fei from behind. If I could get it to happen again, I would be a happy dude. But it doesn't happen often. But he does have a tendency to turn his back when doing his crazy katas, or whatever the heck you would call them. He did it once, but I didn't catch him. I guess I caught him one. There we go. Oh, that was okay. So oftentimes I have trouble with Lei Fei as other characters, but with Wolf he really seems to get himself into trouble. It's just the way he pauses between stances, I think, and it's just perfect for Wolf. Now, this will be interesting. I think I fought one Vanessa in Kumite in 4 Vanilla yesterday, and she creamed me. That wasn't so bad. Vanessa did get nerfed after 4, though, so...
Ready? Go!
Oh. Stop that. Should be doing more down attacks. Oh, I didn't get a jump.
KO!
Well, counter throws are working pretty well. I mean, maybe that's what the game is trying to force me to do, is just play more patiently, I guess. I don't know. I should also try doing better throws. I mean, I'm just mostly just doing holding back and pushing guard plus punch like that. Whereas I could do like 360 motions or something, but well, then I get myself into trouble like that. Oh, that didn't work. Oh, he threw me. Do something cool, yeah! What that one's called. Man, Brad looks like he needs some sun. I mean, we're out here in the desert. How is he so pale? Brad, what are you doing to yourself? You're like a zombie. Or a vampire. Well, that wouldn't work. He'd be a pile of ashes, so... obviously he's not a vampire. Set my mind at rest there. I think I did the old... I'm goofing up my throw input.
Fight 3. Ready? Go!
There, let's not get too fancy. Just do that. Donk.
KO!
I mean, one thing about this holding back and throwing, it seems to be faster. Like I don't know if it's faster to launch than the one where he has to sort of rush forward when you push forward with the block plus punch. But
Fight 1.
it seems to get caught
Ready?
less. Now, Go is actually technically the boss of the evolution route. And he is a grappler himself. He's a judoka, or whatever you call judo practitioners. I think that's the term I heard. So, he's got some tricky throws, but he did not really do anything there.
Ready? Go!
Oh, here we go. Like a counter hit. Goes one of these newfangled characters. Crazy goings on. Yeah, how about that though? I think you're so cool with your tricky, subtle moves. You and Howie should just form your own tricky team. Ouch.
Ready?
In your hoodie,
Go!
Mr. Cool Dude. Oh, I whiffed I blew my throw command again. See, they blocked that one. So and that wasn't the same throw in, stop that, in Virtua Fighter 4. Pressing forward and the two buttons was not that weird thing where Wolf has to stop for a second and yells and throws himself forward. At least I don't think it was. And that seems to get countered really easily in this game.
Fight 1. Ready? Go!
Whereas when I was fighting Akira's in Virtua Fighter 4, they would always tech out of... oh, but maybe you can't...
Excellent.
Maybe there are no throw techs in this game.
Fight
I hadn't
2.
thought of that.
Ready?
Could you tech throws in VF1? So maybe Wolf is super nasty in this game because they can't tech out of my throws. Which I like. I don't like techs anyway. I mean, I can't throw tech, so I don't really approve of anybody doing it. Whoops. Oh. I wasn't patient enough. Oh well, you'll see it goes right into the same end sequence anyway. You can't continue against Dural because she's a bonus character. So that's it. Well, the second one went a lot better. I didn't have to fight Wolf, so that helped a lot. No Lao or Pai Chan with their fast attacks, and actually no Sarah or Jackie, but they're early on in the VF1 route, so that doesn't really matter. So yeah, that worked a lot better. I also kind of learned over the course of this to just do the short back, hold back, plus guard, plus punch, throw, because that seemed to be something they countered less, and maybe, I think it was just launching a lot faster or something. Too fast for them to counter hit, maybe. That's what that's how it worked in practice anyway, so that was a big help. I wonder if it would work that way in 4 Vanilla. I don't know, but also the AI was not as transparently weird in this game as it was in 4 Vanilla. They would actually block stuff somewhat normally. So that does give me hope for Virtua Fighter 5, which I'll play next, that the AI will be feel a little more normal. Now they were reading throw inputs like fanatics and just jabbing me out of every throw I tried, so that wasn't super cool. I hope that doesn't continue in 5. I had to go to counter throws. You know, just waiting for them to attack first, and then catching them when they were in their recovery. Because they would just jab me out of it if I tried to throw them first. So, I mean, that's one reason maybe that I'm bad with grapplers, is that you have to be patient with a grappler. You can't just necessarily go in swinging. Which, I mean, why do we play fighting games? I play fighting games so I can go punch people. Usually. But it's not necessarily the best way to play a grappler character, I guess. In 4 vanilla, it kind of weirdly is a lot of times, because they're on this weird don't block AI command, but you know, whatever. That's just super weird all around. So yes, next we'll be playing Wolf. Next episode on this here YouTube channel, we'll be trying to play Wolf in Virtua Fighter 5's. What's it called? It's not Kumite anymore. They changed it and made it more complicated, and it's called Quest Mode. That's it. Doing some Quest Mode with Wolf. See how that goes. Hopefully the AI is more naturalistic when playing Wolf and not the weird, still a little sort of half weird in this game, and by extension probably in Virtua Fighter 4 Evolution, but I haven't been playing Virtua Fighter 4 Evolution, so I don't know. This game is on the Virtua Fighter 4 Evolution disc in the North American version. In fact, if I hit return, it would take me back to VF4 Evolution. When you're in VF4 Evolution, you go to options, and then there's an item in options called special, and that will take you to Virtua Fighter 10th Anniversary. It's just an added bonus. Pretty cool. In Japan, it was a separate release. I think a limited release or something. And I've read that in Europe it was also separate, but it was actually like a pre-order bonus. I'm not sure if it was for Virtua Fighter 10th Anniversary or what, but apparently it was a limited release pre-order, limited number of pre-order bonus discs of Virtua Fighter 10th Anniversary standalone discs, and that was the only way you could get it. But in the States, if you just get a Virtua Fighter 4 Evolution, I got mine after I sold all my 3D PS2 games, so I had to buy this back, buy another disc of VF4 Evolution, and it was like $5 off eBay or something. I got it without a case or anything like that. So just disc only is like $4 or $5, and you get your VF 10th Anniversary with that. So that's cool. Mine does have the mysterious, somebody wrote in permanent marker on it, C.A.S. So if you know what that stands for, let me know. If that was like a video store that rented this out or something, I have no idea. It's just handwritten on there. So that is the mystery that will keep me up at night, as well as how can I not be so clunky with Wolf Hawkfield, and what songs does he like to sing in karaoke? Also, I think I just like this menu music, so I'm just kind of chilling out here. But I should get to bed. So, thank you for watching and for weirdly listening to me ramble here. Hopefully I got my volume setting a little better. And you can actually hear this, but I don't know. I won't know until I process this recording and actually play it back. But thanks for listening to all this gibberish, and if you want to see more of me playing Wolf Hawkfield for some strange reason, stay tuned, because there will be more of that.